Hi friends, myself Amar Mohite and I am a pharma professional. Our today's topic of discussion is relative response factor, that is RRF. The relative response factor is an analytical parameter which is used in the calculation of known impurities in sample. The RRF is used to correct the difference in detector response of impurity peak and analyte peak. Friends, when we perform the analysis of related substances test, many times we find a table in analytical method. That table contains list of known impurities, their relative retention times and RRF values of respective impurities. The relative retention times are used to identify the known peaks in sample chromatogram, whereas relative response factor is used in the calculation formula either at denominator as a dividing factor or at numerator as a multiplication factor. Different pharmacopoeias refers RRF differently. For example, as per USP, the RRF factor comes in denominator as dividing factor and it can be identified with alphabet F. Whereas as per EP, the RRF factor comes in numerator as a multiplication factor. As per PHEUR, the RRF is also known as correction factor. The rationale behind the use of RRF either at numerator or denominator will be discussed in this video. Friends, before proceeding further, I would like to request you, please watch this video till the end and subscribe my channel if you like the content of this video. As per ICH Q3A, there are two methods to calculate the amount of known impurities. First method includes the comparison of analytical response of known impurity with the analytical response of reference standard of the same impurity. The second method includes the comparison of analytical response of known impurity in sample chromatogram with the analytical response of drug substance itself by the application of appropriate relative response factor. The first method is ideal and correct way to calculate the amount of known impurities present in sample. However, the RRF method shall be used under certain circumstances. For example, if there is stability related issue with impurities, sometimes impurities are not stable at normal conditions. In those cases, RRF method can be used. Another example is difficulty in synthesis and isolation of impurities. Sometimes synthesis and isolation of impurities is very difficult and it is difficult to obtain the impurity in purest form. Another example is cost factor. Sometimes these impurities are very expensive. So alternative RRF method can be used to calculate amount of those impurities. Last example is complexity of impurity profile. Sometimes there are number of known impurities present in your sample. So it is very difficult to inject each known impurity every time separately. So in all these circumstances, alternative RRF method can be used to calculate the amount of known impurities. The accuracy of determinations will be depends on how accurately you calculate the relative response factor of each known impurity. So friend, it is very important to know how to determine the relative response factor. So let's see how to determine the relative response factor. RRF is established by slope method. Before establishment of RRF, inject blank resolution solution and replicate standard solutions in chromatographic system to establish the system suitability parameters. There are three different options to establish the RRF. In first option, prepare not less than 7 preparations of impurities and drug substance individually in the concentration range between 0.1% to 1% with respect to test concentration, or prepare not less than 7 concentrations in the range covering 3 points below specification limit and 3 points above specification limit. Inject these solutions individually in the chromatographic system under the chromatographic conditions mentioned in MOA. In second option, prepare not less than 7 preparations of drug substance and mixture of all impurities. This is applicable when there are no mutually interfering peaks between the impurities. These 7 preparations shall cover the concentration range from 0.1% to 1%, or prepare not less than 7 concentration within the range covering 3 points below specification limit and 3 points above specification limit. Option 3 includes prepare not less than 7 preparations of mixture of drug substance and all impurities. This is also applicable when there are no mutually interfering peaks within the impurities and drug substance. Cover the range from 0.1% to 1% with respect to test concentration, or prepare not less than 7 preparations in the range covering 3 points below specification limit and 3 points above specification limit. Inject this solution into chromatographic system under the chromatographic conditions mentioned in your method of analysis. After completion of run, plot the graph of concentration against response. Concentration will be on x-axis and response will be on y-axis. These graphs shall be plotted individually for standard as well as for each known impurity. Based on these plots, calculate the correlation coefficient and slope of the graph. Correlation coefficient should not be less than 0.995 for standard as well as for each known impurity. Based on slope of standard and slope of different known impurities, RRF can be calculated as ratio of slope of impurity divided by slope of drug substance. If slope of impurity is presented at numerator, your RRF will be applied as dividing factor in denominator. This is the case as per USP. Whereas if you present the slope of impurity at denominator and slope of drug substance at numerator, your RRF will be applied at numerator as multiplication factor. This is as per EP. So friends, after establishment of RRF, recovery study is mandatory to confirm that the established RRF is accurate. For establishment of recovery, prepare unspiked and spiked solutions. Inject these solutions into chromatographic system. Calculate the amount of known impurities present in unspiked and spiked solutions by applying the relative retention factor, that is RRF, which we have calculated during this slope study. If the observed recovery found between 95 to 105%, you can apply this RRF in your routine calculations. However, while using RRF, some precautions needs to be taken. RRF is sensitive to change in detector. If you switch over your detector, that is from UV to conductivity or UV to RI, your RRF will not remain same. Similarly, your RRF is also sensitive to your makeup column, wavelength, flow rate of your mobile phase. So do not change your chromatographic conditions. If you change your chromatographic conditions, your RRF will also get changed. So friends, this was all about the background of relative response factor. If you have liked the content of my video, I would like to request you kindly subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.